Masisondele, phila noxolo yelele.
Tonight, the world will sleep, but hunger will not wait. For promises we made, we share.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة وكون الأمة وكشف الغمة وعبد ربه حتى أتاه اليقين صلوات الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وتابعيهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Distinguished viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are welcome to our program Reminder this Ramadan. Today, inshallah, we shall be looking at the topic Pride expressed to Jahannam. What does pride mean? It's a type of behavior which shows arrogance in the person, a type of feeling of superiority, that you are more superior or more important than someone else or than all the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala abhorred this type of behavior, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us against it. If we go to history, you discover that the first sin committed by Shaitan Lanatullah alayhi was as a result of pride. He was the first person to tell Allah that he's better than Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. In fact, he was the first person to disobey Allah. So it's pride that led Shaitan Lanatullah alayhi to disobey Allah. Even if we look at it as a very small thing, it was so big in the sight of Allah that in many verses of the Quran, Allah continued to repeat that particular story. One of such is found in Quran chapter 7, Surah Al-A'raf, verse 11 and verse 12, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَاكُمْ ثُمَّ صَوَّرْنَاكُمْ ثُمَّ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مِنَ السَّاجِدِينَ. We have created you and we have fashioned you, and we now commanded the angel to prostrate for Adam. They all prostrated except Iblis. He did not partake in the prostration. Then Allah asked him, "Call, ma manaka and tasjuda lima amartuka." What is it that has prevented you from prostrating when I asked you to prostrate? Call ana khairu minhu. He said, I am better than him. Khalaqtani min nar wa khalaqtahu min tin. You created me from fire, but you created Adam, you created him from dust. As a result of that, he gave that reason that he believed he is more superior to Adam. Consequently, he could not prostrate. Then, as a result of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cursed him, sent him away, and from that time, Shaitan Lanatullah alayhi become cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by all the people. So, for mere refusing to call on Allah, for mere refusing to supplicate to Allah, It means you put yourself at a level that is not your level, and you believe you are superior. You don't need anything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is also pride against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to believe all the prophet that Allah has sent, and not to be ready to follow the command of Allah. Those are the worst form of pride, when you are proud against Allah, your creator, when you are nothing. We are all created from dust. Allah said he created us with his own hand, and he then breathed unto us, Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and we are all descendants of Adam. So therefore, the highest form of pride is to show it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next one also is to show pride against the prophets, alayhi salatu wasalam, just as I've said. But even then, those of us who are alive now, people still show pride against the prophet, even when they don't see the prophet. For instance, if you are told the prophet say we should do this, and you say, no, the prophet's time is gone. No, Prophet Muhammad's time extends till the end of time, till Allah decides to bring an end to this world. Whatever the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is still binding on us as Muslims. We must still follow him. And anybody who feels proud, that does not want to follow whatever the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has us to do, is just taking the shortest way, the shortest route to Jahannam. Third types of pride is to show pride to fellow human beings, looking down on people and believing that they are not as important as we are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned us in Surah Al-Hujurat, said, Ya ladna la yazar qawmun min qawmin haza yakun khayran minhu wala nisahum min nisai hadha an yakuna khayran minhun wala talmisu anfusakum, to the end of that verse. Said, oh, you will believe, do not make jest of one another, do not look down upon one another. Perhaps in the sight of Allah, the person you even look down on, the person you believe you are more important than, the person you believe you are superior to, but perhaps in the sight of Allah, he is even superior to you, he is greater than you. So therefore, don't look down upon anybody, don't be proud. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one hadith said, whoever has an atom of kibru, an atom of pride in him, he will not enter paradise. Therefore, when it happens to a Muslim, he try to retrace his step. One of those steps we take to make sure that we don't have pride in our hearts is to always recite the Quran. Let's recite the Quran. The Quran, even though when you hear it, when you listen to it, is comforting to the heart, but it has a lot of implication on the heart, spiritual effect on the heart. It brings your heart down, make you think the way you have. The other thing we should be doing is to ponder over the verses of Allah. Whatever things you believe God has given you that makes you believe you are superior, you should know that somebody will have something greater than the one you have. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we purify our soul from all vices that can lead us to Jahannam. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
حبيبي حلال حبيبي 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 حلال حبيبي اللهم صل على سيدنا مصطفى على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى.
You came to me.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Hanifa Adam and welcome to Iftar with the Chef. So today I'm going to be preparing for you peppered beef and coleslaw. We are going to combine the sweet and spicy and savory taste of the peppered beef and combine it with the coleslaw. I'm going to be needing scotch bonnets and tomatoes to wrap the beef in, and the beef, I'm going to later cut them into tiny pieces, marinate it with seasoning and salt. This is what I'm going to use for the coleslaw: white cabbage, red cabbage, carrot. I'm combining the three colors so that I have a really colorful coleslaw for me on my plate. I'm going to use the onion for the seasoning cube, and salt. I'm going to cut up the beef into smaller cubes, and while I'm marinating them, I'm going to prepare my salad and pepper. I'm just going to cut them up into small cubes because we are going to be frying them up and we want everything to cook through. We are going to want to remove all the fats. We don't need them in the peppered beef. After cutting up everything, I'm going to put it back in a small bowl. Add some salt and one seasoning cube, and then mix it all up together. The longer you marinate it, the tastier it is. So I'm just going to put it aside and prepare the pepper sauce. I'm just going to clean up the pepper. Rinse it. Three scotch bonnets. I'm going to cut in some onions. Rinse it. And just separate it so that it can blend faster. You can use red bell peppers, but I want to use a whole tomato to reduce the hotness of the sauce. So it depends on how hot you want the sauce to be. That would constitute the component of the pepper sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I want it to be really thick and blend it all up. So I don't want it to be too blended because I want to see the pepper pieces in the final product. So I'm just going to go on to the kitchen now, cook the meat and the pepper, and come out back.
Habibi halal habibi 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 halal habibi.
I'm going to pour 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to let it become hot. Slice in some onions just to give it flavor. And when the oil has become fragrant, so I'm going to pour the blended pepper, stir it up, add in the meat, and continue stirring it. We are going to be stirring it all up until it dries and it's very thick, especially the sauce. So we want, because we want the oil to fry the meat and make it really tasty. More oil. stirring. So I've been stirring it all up for a while now. So you're going to continue stirring till it actually becomes really dry and you get the thick, tasty sauce that we are going for.
Habibi halal habibi 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 halal habibi.
Now that I've prepared my peppered meat, I'm going to prepare my coleslaw and serve it with it. So what you want to do is cut thin slices of the cabbages. Just something really pretty. And then I'm going to cut the white cabbage. Also the carrots. Okay, just get some cuts from the carrots as well. You can easily use a vegetable peeler to cut the carrots. It will make it more convenient. So I'm just going to make sure they are smaller cuts and pour it up in a bowl. Add the mayonnaise as much as you like or as little as you like. Mix it all up together properly. It already has a really pretty color. And that is why I use the red cabbage and the white cabbage, so you can see all the purple, the white and the orange on it. I'm going to just serve it with the peppered beef now. There you have it.
Habibi halal habibi 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 halal habibi.
I'm about to start eating my meal now. I can't wait to dig in. Bismillah. So I'm just going to get some pepper and the coleslaw. Also carrots. Okay. I love the subtle spiciness of the meat with the creaminess of the coleslaw. It's a wonderful combination.
Thank you so much for watching. I also hope you try this at home. Have a wonderful iftar. My name is Hanifa Adam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Habibi halal habibi 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 halal habibi. اللهم صل على سيدنا مصطفى على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى.
You came to me in a time of despair. I called on you. You
Habibi halal Habibi 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 halal Habibi.
يضاعف له العذاب يوم القيامة. The punishment will be doubled for those people. The passage began, these are special people to me. And now Allah says, these kaba'ir, these three things, shirk, murder and zina, adultery, illegitimate relations, these three things, if a Muslim does it, anybody else does it, they will get punished. A Muslim does it, I'll punish him double. He knew it and he still did it. The mushrik, at least he didn't know and he did it. The Muslim knew it and he still did it. يُضَاعَفْ لَهُ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. On Judgment Day, on Resurrection Day, the punishment is doubled for him. وَيَخْلُدْ فِيهِ مُهَانًا. And he will remain in that punishment humiliated. He will constantly be humiliated. Because shirk and killing a person and zina are humiliating crimes. They take away the dignity of a human being. And so Allah Azza wa Jalla is extremely angry at these people. Then you're like, maybe somebody sitting in this audience that's made some mistakes in their life. Don't raise your hand. Only Allah knows your mistakes. I don't want to know. And you shouldn't tell people. It's between you and Allah. Maybe you've made some big mistakes in your life. What about you? You hear these ayat, are like, oh my God, double punishment. Maybe I should leave the masjid right now because this is pretty depressing. And then shaitan comes to those kinds of people. You know what shaitan says to them? Man, you going to hell anyway. Might as well party it up. You know, what are you doing in the masjid anymore? You're already on the express train. Just go all the way, man. You know, you're already a goner. What does Allah say about these people? إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. The exception is people who did shirk, people who did murder, people who did zina. But the exception is even if you did these three things or all of these things, if you turn back to Allah, and you became a believer again. It's like you became a new Muslim. You came into Islam all over again. And this time, وَعَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. And he was very serious about doing good things from now on. It's not just عَمِلَ صَالِحًا. يقول عَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. نسمي هذا المفعول المطلق. This is called the absolute additive. It's added to the verb to emphasize it over anything else. What that means in simple English is, this person returned back to Allah, fixed their faith, and then after fixing their faith, this time they take their actions very seriously. They take their actions very, very seriously. They are really keen on doing good deeds. عَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. If you can become that person, even if you've done some terrible things in your life, فَأُولَٰئِكَ يُبَدِّلُ اللَّهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِمْ حَسَنَاتٍ. Then those people, Allah will take all of their sins and convert them into good deeds. He will not just get rid of your sins. We want Allah to get rid of our sins. Maybe your sins are the size of a mountain. I don't want to see that mountain on Judgment Day. Allah will not get rid of the mountain. Allah will turn the mountain into a mountain of good deeds, if you can make tawbah. This is Ar-Rahman.
Habibi halal Habibi 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 halal Habibi. रब नो याद करा रब नो याद करा रब नो याद करा दिन रात याद करा रब वे सोनिया सच्चा सहारा तू रब वे सोनिया सच्चा सहारा तू रब वे सोनिया सब तो प्यारा तू रब वे सोनिया सब